Ta-da!
Hello gamers, Matthew here from Grey Army Gaming in Lund, Sweden. Today we are playing day 1 in the Battle for the Borderlands. Our game will be between the Night Goblins and the Dwarf Warriors. Let's go ahead and take a look at the warbands and take a look at the board. Our first warband today will be the Night Goblins with the green dice. The Night Goblins are led here by their leader Skristam, and he is a Night Goblin big boss with the Blade of Prescient Perfection, which grants the wielder the Always Strikes First special rule. The two other dogs of war we have are the Spearmen. We have the Regimental Standard here, which allows us to reroll failed panic tests, and we have the Regimental Musician here, which allows us to reroll the route test to see if we will flee off the board. In addition to that, then, we have 13 Spearmen over here and 4 Night Goblin Archers. That is our warband of 100 points for the Night Goblins. And here now is our second warband. We have the Dwarf Warriors using the red dice. And they are led here by our leader Rulen Hillkeeper. And he has the worn boots of unseemly haste, which allow him the swift stride special rule. In addition to that, we have 2 warriors that will be our dogs of war. One with the Regimental Standard, and the other one has Elgrobus's Mask of the Fearsome Renown, which gives him the causes fear rule. In addition to that, we have 6 more Dwarf Warriors, all with heavy armor and great weapons. So there you go, 100 points of the Dwarf Warriors. The board we will be playing on today is a 4-foot by 4-foot board set up with the Plains theme, and we have some buildings and some trees and rocks scattered throughout. Let's go ahead and roll for the deployment and see which army gets to place down first. And here we go, rolling to see who gets to pick deployment sides. It will go to the dwarves. They will pick a side and set up their entire army, after which the Night Goblins will then set up their army. Here is the deployment now. We've got the dwarves over here in 2 groups with their leader right here. We've got their 2 other dogs of war there. On the other side now, we have 2 blocks of the spearmen here with their leaders into this group right here. And we've got a couple archers there and a couple archers here. Night Goblins deployed second, so on a roll of 6, they can decide who gets the first turn. And it's a 5, so the dwarves will decide who gets the first turn, and the dwarves will go ahead and take that turn. Alright, game turn 1. Alright, we've got no artillery weapons, so let's just go ahead and march all of our guys up the board here and take on the Night Goblins. And there's their final position. Alright, no shooting and no combat, so let's go over to Night Goblins turn 1. No charges to declare, but we do have some archers here. We will move up a little bit to get in range. And a normal move here, so they'll be able to get off some shots this turn. And we'll move these guys over here. We'll march them up just within 10 inches, the average charge range for the dwarves. There is their final position, 11 inches from the Dwarf Warriors. Let's do the same thing over with these guys. And there's their final position, 11 inches from the Dwarf Warriors. Shooting, let's take 2 shots here with these guys over onto this Dwarf Warrior. We're at long range, we'll be hitting on 5s. And there's 1 hit, wounding also on a 5, no. Second, let's go here with these 2 archers, shooting over onto that banner. We moved, we're at long range, so we're hitting on 6s. There's 1 hit and wounding on a 5, no. So that brings us to the end of Night Goblin turn 1. Let's go on to Dwarf turn 2. Charges to declare. Let's go ahead and try to charge these guys. Some of them around here over onto these front figurines. We'll charge some of these guys right up into here. So we'll just go down the line, charge each one of these guys, the guys in the back, one of these guys, the guys in the back, on the front line. And those guys will hold. Start here with our leader. He's got the Swift Stride boots, so he will have a 2d6. We will have him charge right over here onto that spearman. So an 11 inch, we got it, no problem. Next one over here, 11 inches onto this guy right here. Let's see, that would be a 7 and plus his 3, 10. Wouldn't make it. Moving ahead 3 right there. Let's do these as well. We got 12s and 14, so let's do 12 here. 9, 11, we just missed it. And in the back, 14. No. Going ahead 1 inch and 14. No, 1 inch as well. Last charge is over here. We need 12s and 13s on everything else. Let's do a 12 here first. Let's see, 9, we just got it, so he'll come crashing in here. 13 for this guy. No, he'll go forward 3, 13. Yes, he got it. Look at that, come crashing in here. And the last guy in the back, no, he'll go ahead 2. And so there are their final positions. Let's go ahead, we've got 3 combats now here in the front. Dwarves have great weapons, so the goblins will start here. Let's go ahead with this guy. We'll be hitting on a 4, no. Let's do the second combat, hitting on a 4, and the last one, hitting on a 4. And before I forget, we need to roll on the Ancestral Grudge table for the dwarves. That is a 5. That means seething score to settle. All friendly models with the Ancestral Grudge special rule have the Hatred special rule against all models in the enemy army. So this makes a difference. So let's go down the line here. With Hatred, now we get to reroll a miss. We need a, let's see, 4 versus 2. We need a 3 to hit. That is a miss. Second one here, 3. Also a miss. And the last one, a 3. No! And that is where that combat will end, with nobody dying. Let's go ahead over to Goblin's turn. Charges to declare. Let's declare charges all along here, and they have to take those charges because they are already in close combat. Let's put as many as we can in. There we go. We'll bring this guy in, and we'll bring him up there. There we go. And if we slide over here, let's go ahead and charge with these 3 one at a time against this guy, and he will hold. Let's see if we can make it in. No problem. First one there. Second one, no problem. And our third one, 7, no problem. So technically, there we go. We are corner to corner. So 3 guys in combat. Remaining moves, let's slide these guys over here into this little rock, little hole here in case these guys pile in, and then we have a charge there on their rear flank. And final position, marching forward to there. Shooting phase, let's go ahead and start over here with these 2 archers shooting onto that warrior, long range. So here we go, hitting on 5s, nothing. And second, let's have these guys shoot over here, long range, hitting on 5s, 1 hit. Wounding on 5s, yes, we got a wound. 5+ save for heavy armor. No, so he is down right there. And all 4 of these guys now are within 6 inches of that kill, so they will have to all take panic tests. Leadership 9, but they're within their banner, so very unlikely. Oh, fail. Try it again. Oh, makes it. This one. Makes it. One in the back. Makes it. And the last one also makes it. First combat here, we have got 3 Night Goblins attacking. They need a 4 to hit. There's 1 hit and a 5 to wound. No. Coming back now, a 3 to hit. And there's a hit. And with great weapons, we need a 2 to wound. Got it. All right, combat resolution. They lose by 1. They are within the leadership bubble, so they have a 6 drop to a 5 with a reroll from the banner. Here we go. And no, let's take a reroll there. And no. Night Goblins turning and running a total of 9 inches. And he will attempt to pursue. Here we go, try to beat a 9. 3. And there's their final position. What that will do now is panic all 5 of these. So they will all have to take a panic test with a 6 and a reroll. So here we go, starting with this first one. No, does he stay? Got it with a 6. Second one. Got it. This one right here. No. Reroll. No. So this one will flee. Those 2 there, that one on the end. Got it with a 6. And this last one. No with a reroll. Got it. So only one will be fleeing. How far is he going to take off? 9 inches. And 9 inches away from the nearest enemy is this guy, so he will actually be fleeing through here and pop out 1 inch past his own troops. We'll mark him as fleeing there. They're in combat, so they're not affected by that. Let's run over to this combat now. We've got the first one, 2 guys in base contact, so we will be weapon skill 2 against 4. We'll be hitting on 4s. No. Second combat, 2 hitting on 4s. We've got 2 hits. Wounding on 5s. Nothing. And the last combat here, 3 guys here hitting onto the musician, nothing. And let's come back here. The veteran, I forgot, I think this last time, but he actually has 2 attacks. So he'll be coming in here, Mr. Rulen Hillkeeper, and he's got 2 hits there. And great weapon, wounding on 2s. There are 2 guys, so boom, boom, 2 guys dead. That means that our other leader will slide into contact. Next, our banner here, attacking, hitting on 3s, and wounding on a 2. So that guy will be done. Slide him up into here. And the last one here. Yes, and no, he does not wound. And technically these guys will need to charge in, so let's back them up again right there. And that's the end of that combat. And that brings us to the end of game turn 2. So let's go over here, flip it over to 3, and have the dwarves start their turn 3. Charges to declare. Charge here. That will succeed. Boom. Let's have this leader charge into the leader there. He cannot fail, and this banner will charge into there. And let's see, are there any other charges? Let's go ahead and see if this guy can charge into there. And he will hold. Let's see what we get here. No problem with a 9, so he will come right in here. That's it for charges. Let's do remaining moves. I'm actually going to back that up. Let's try one more charge here onto this guy. He's 12 inches out, so he's going to need a 9. And we got it. Look at that, with a 9. So, boom, right there. Let's do remaining moves for the rest of these guys now. I go ahead and march them up 6 inches, get them up in the conflict. Closer anyway to the battle. And that will be the end of the movement phase. All right, let's start with our combats over here. The Night Goblins start out needing a 4, got it, and a 5 to wound, got it. And we have a 5+ save. No, so he is actually going down. Look at that. And that will lead to a panic test for these two here. 9 with a reroll. First guy, no problem. And the second guy, no problem. Next combat here, we are 4s to hit. Oh, look at this. We are really doing it. A 5 to wound. There's nothing. Coming back now on a 3. Got it. And a 2 to wound. Got it. That guy is out. That's going to be a panic test for not him, but this guy. Actually, sorry, panic test for both. 6 rerollable. No. He didn't get it, so he will turn around and flee. Second guy, 6 rerollable. No, a 7. 6, he got it, so he's sticking around. This guy now fleeing a total of 10 inches. And 10 inches bringing him almost out to the archers. Last combat here now, we need a 5. No, didn't get it. Coming back now, hitting on a 3. No, so that is tie combat. Next combat, let's have the leaders against the leaders. Here we go. We have 3 attacks now, hitting on 4s. There are 2 wounds, wounding again on 4s. 1 wound. And we have, because of strength, 6+ save. No, so he's down to 1 wound. Attacking back now, we got 2 attacks. On 4s, nothing. Combat resolution drops him down to an 8 rerollable, so he's fine. Next combat here, we got the banner versus the banner. Hitting on a 5 and wounding on a 4. We got it. 5+ save, we need this. Yes, a 6. Coming back, hitting on 3s and wounding on 2s. There is a wound. That banner is gone. Choose to overrun. Here we go. Yeah, so that we'll catch up with this guy and knock him out of place. So another goblin bites the dust. And the last combat right here, we've got 3 guys hitting on 5s. Wow, actually pretty good. And we got 1 wound. Do we have a 5+ save? No, so he's actually going to go down as well. Wow. Let's go ahead and see if these guys are going to need panic tests. Yes, clearly within 6 inches, so let's roll for that. And here we go, 9 rerollable for this guy. He's got it with a 7, 9 rerollable. Yeah, no problem. Okay, that brings us to the end of the dwarf turn. Let's go into Night Goblin turn 3. Charges to declare. Okay, let's start here. Remember, we have 360 view, so even if we're backwards, we can see this guy. Let's declare a charge on him. All 3 in, and he will hold. So let's slide those in. Another charge over here. Let's have this guy charge into this combat so we can maybe get some combat res. Compulsory moves. Let's go ahead and try to roll for these guys right here. First guy, we have a 6 with a reroll. Got it with a 5. Second guy, 6 with a reroll. He got it. Up here, the guy up here by the archers. Let's also go a 6 with a reroll. No, he's got a 5 with no reroll. 7, so he's going to keep running. And that takes him all the way over by that house. Remaining moves, let's go ahead and move these guys up their 4-inch move so we can get within range of shooting. And I think we'll leave those other archers where they are to get some shots off. These 2 shooting here, we have long range and movement, needing 6s. No and no. And these 2 will have them fire over onto this warrior. We need a 5. That is a hit, and a 6. Shake them both out. We need 5s to wound. We got 1 wound, and we have a 5+ save. Good, he saves it. Combat, let's run down here and take our leader here against our other leader. We've got still 3 attacks. He's down to 1, so we can do some major damage here. Boom, we got it with 2, and we will be wounding on 4s. 1 wound. This is huge. Drop down to a 6. No! Awesome fighting here. So this guy now is gone. We lose the leader. And what shall we do? We'll just hold our position there. With the loss of our leader now, it's important to remember that we have 4 guys that have fallen for the Dwarf Warriors. If we get down to 5, we need to take a route test. Okay, this combat here, coming on here. We need 4s to hit. Nothing. And here goes this guy. We'll turn him around so he's actually into combat. He's coming back now and hitting on a 6, no problem. Wounding on a 2, yeah, so he's gonna kill that one. He wins combat by 1. The banner is gone, but we still have inspiring presence here from this guy, so leadership 6. No, it's an 8, they're gonna flee. All right, let's see how far they flee. They're gonna go a total of 7 inches. All right, let's go ahead and have the banner pursue. Here we go. He got him 7 inches. And that is where that will finish off with that dwarf turning around there, and 2 more goblins killed. Yes, that drops the goblins down to 10, which means they'll have to take a route test now at the beginning of their turn. Let's keep going here with this combat though, starting with the Night Goblins. 2 attacks now, hitting on 4s. And we've got 2, and wounding on 5s. 1 wound. Do we have a 5+ armor save? Here we go, we need this. No, so he is gonna go down as well. Whew, this is huge now. I mean, this is crazy. All of these guys need to take panic tests. If they fail, I don't know what's going to happen. This is exciting stuff. Let's try this guy here. We've got a 9 rerollable. He's fine. Let's do that guy first. 9 rerollable. No. Can he reroll it? He gets it. This guy, 9 rerollable. Yeah, and finally our banner. Yes, he got it. So here we are. As things stand now, both teams are under their breaking points, so they need to take route tests. Let's go over here now and flip this over to game turn 4. It will be the the dwarves, and they will have to take a route test on a 9. Here is for the game now. They need to have a 9 leadership, so 9 or less on the dice. Here we go. 11! Oh my goodness! Oh no! The dwarves lose the game! The goblins are the winners! Well, there you go, folks. At the start of game turn 4, we have a terrible leadership roll for the dwarves, and they rout and flee off the battle, leaving the Night Goblins in place. Wow, what an exciting finish, what an exciting game. Let's go ahead now and roll for the experience chart to see if our leaders get any upgrades for their next round, or I should say our leader, because we only have the Night Goblin leader left. Let's see if he gets any upgrades for his next game. Okay, we had 1 kill by the leaders, so he gets a 2d6 + 1 on the leader's kill chart to see what he gets for a benefit. So 2d6 + 1, and we get a 6. Ferocious blows, your leader gains +1 attack. Well, there you go. That will be excellent for this guy because it'll bring him up to 4 attacks. With that victory now, the Night Goblins will advance to round 2, in which they will be taking on the winner of the game between the Rat Ogre clan and the Sword Masters in day 2. So stay tuned for that as the Night Goblins continue their march to victory. Thank you for joining us here today at Grey Army Gaming, where Grey can always play.